welcome to this exciting video where you once again join us in the middle of the Scottish countryside, in the middle of a main road. Today we're joined by the channel DJ, and today we've come to explore a bit of World War II history, which we noticed from the main road when we're driving past. Near this massive TV aerial, there's actually some cool old World War II buildings and stuff. And yeah, it's just out on this incredible bit of land. There is this kind of foggy hair of the day, unfortunately, but yeah, we're going over to this crazy World War II area, whatever it is. I think it's part of an old, what must have been an airfield back in the days. But this road here is super dangerous. Super busy and super dangerous, folks, so we're just away to go up this grassy field. So look at this, folks. Up ahead lies an incredible piece of World War II history, and it looks like we've just got to get to the top of this field. It's a grass field, but to the landowners we always come with the greatest respects. We're never out like damaging crops and breaking fences and stuff. We're coming to record the World War II history and see what's left from a time gone by. It is cool. I can see lines on this grass here where he's been rolling it. And then look at the massive mast disappearing up into the clouds. It would be so scary being up there, eh? Look at this, folks. There's some absolutely massive wartime construction here, and it's incredible. This is the first piece of history here at the corner of this field, and it looks incredible. The size of the chunks of cement that we're seeing here. And do you think there's been a mast? Because look, there's four. There's one in each corner with this building in the middle. So this could have been an old mast. Considering like the lie of the land must be good here for a mast. Yeah, check the size of that, folks. That's the old foundation for what must have been a mast which stood here. So this must be a communications building. It's so cool to often piece the history together, folks. Different parts of the puzzle. Oh wow, look at this. See, last time I saw construction like this, I was on the Isle of Islay. Yeah, but look at it, it's crazy how far in it goes. And look, it's got like handles on it. Oh aye, there's a ridge. Look at this must be underground. There's a ridge in the land here, folks. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, wow, it's like almost like a tunnel. But it gets so narrow there, you wouldn't be able to fit in. Crazy. And that must have been for communication cables and wiring and stuff like that. So there you go, folks, another incredible bit of Scottish World War II history. It's cool to have a variation of different things. Look at the little vent on the wall there. Maybe at one time this would have had a cement render like what we saw at other airfields. Look at this, it's like they would have been able to lift them on and off and cover up what must have been an underground conduit. And then this must have been some sort of, maybe the control building or something. That could be why the mast and stuff's all here. This might have been the main hub of the airfield. Wow, folks. There's just little buildings and structures all the way around. Oh aye, this is the part of that underground conduit. It leads all the way around. The top's maybe broken and busted over the years. I'm wanting to go and take a look at this mega structure here. Look, there's been loads of little buildings. That's been another aerial. Oh, they're all similar constructions, folks. Yeah, it's interesting to take a walk around here. Yeah, a little building there. Check this out, this is the main structure which is of most interest. What does this mean, folks? Wow, look at the size of this. Check it out, it's had gutters and stuff. See, a lot of the time they had walls like this, so if there was a blast it didn't affect anything, like inside the building. Yeah, look at that, old electrical pieces on the ground, folks. What's that even mean? Wow. Yeah, look, at the wall's been knocked down at that far end. We'll head on down. See what we see. Yeah, there's chunks of like iron and old parts of different, whatever the apparatus must have been around here. This is crazy. See, this is like that render that we speak about, folks, on the buildings with the red brick. We've seen this at other World War II constructions that we've visited recently, like other airfields. And then the outer walls, the cement, which would have been poured against the wooden shuttering. And listen, I can hear seagulls or something. Seagulls going mental out there. Wow, look at this. This is absolutely crazy, folks. I'm going to get my torch on. Wow, places like this, folks, it's like stepping into another world. We're literally stepping back in time right now. Because look at these white tiles here that we're greeted with at the entrance. Still shiny and glossy. And then look at the original green paint. Oh, aye. Yeah, look at this, folks. Yeah, it must be part of that underground conduit system. Wow, look at that. Here, there's a crazy amount of air coming out down there. That's crazy, folks. That'll be where all the communications and stuff. Look, there's the pipes coming out over there as well. And look at this thing here. It's maybe been a rack with different electronic equipment on it. Insane, folks. Let's take in every detail here. Look at the wee vent. This whole room has got these white tiles around it. Whereas that room there doesn't have anything like that. And then look at this little room here. Oh, check this out. Here's a box with like controls and stuff still on it. Wow. That's the sort of history that we love documenting, folks. There's one of those old power boxes. And who even knows what lay within each of these rooms? You can see they've had this same paint that we saw at the door. Wow, the character of a room like this, folks. Look at the old door. Sometimes you could see where they've painted on it and stuff, but I'm really wanting to force doors round and stuff. In case it comes off its hinges, folks. Yeah, look, there's been something mounted up here. Yeah, this is crazy. Just shows how far under the ground all that conduit stuff was. It must head out to those other masts. Because there's 3 masts there, folks. Look at this, the old cistern. For what must have been a toilet. No way, look at that, folks. The wee light switch. And then they've had coat hooks and stuff. Oh look, the old ventilation system's still up here. So I wonder where that goes, the other end of that. Look, it's for a double toilet, I think. There's just been another one here. Oh, look at the old ventilation up there, folks. It's got the wee, like, vent thing for opening and shutting to get the airflow. Oh, check this out, folks. This must have been the air conditioning room or the air pump. Because look, there's the intake. Wow, that's such cool history to see. This must have been one of the main hubs of the airfield here. That's so cool. Brackets and stuff on the roof. Little bits of equipment everywhere. I wonder if that's been a heater of some sort.
Original green paint on the walls.
Yeah. It's almost like a light greeny colour. Check out that, folks. Look at the size of these studs and stuff sticking up there. Must have been for mounting the equipment. Maybe like a motor and a fan. The acoustics are crazy inside a building like this. And look at this over here, this has been another office. It's like an office room in this corner. Look at that old camera, that's feel like the 1970s, I think. Crazy. Yeah, you can see the paint once again, it's that greeny paint. Insane history, folks. Look at the old door frames and stuff. And then the doors have had that little window there. But look, this is the end of the line for the air conditioning system up there. And then I've just noticed, look, this one's got this wooden box with the electronic stuff inside it. What has this been? Oh, is it an old radio? Look at this, folks. Wow. This is the coolest bit of history we've seen today. Look at that. KB is the make. Oh, look at the way the speaker cover used to be as well. That is insane. I'm going to get a picture of this. So there we go, folks. That's the kind of nugget of history that we love to find in a place like this. It's an old vintage radio with a glass front. A rare piece of kit. Probably from 1940s, maybe pre-war. That'll have been in here since before the war. Oh aye, look at that. Yeah, wow. Look at the rebar, the way it's been bent.
The whole roof's just caved in.
It's almost like it's been on purpose.
Well.
We could try and get up there, I think.
Maybe go get in some.
We need to be careful here in case all this falls down on our heads. Yeah, check this out, folks. This is like a strange room in the middle of this place. Yeah, look, it's been a heavy cement roof and look, it's fallen in. Insane. Look at the different thicknesses of rebar and stuff. Look how thick the roof's been. That's crazy. Yeah, that's like a separate... There's little rooms all the way around here. Crazy history, folks. World War II history. Just check it out. It's something new every time, like, and it blows my mind that there's so much. Look at the detail of the history here. Look, it's had originally like a bitumen coating on it, waterproof coating on top of the cement. And it looks like all that pebbles and stuff's then been on top of the bitumen. Here, that's how there's so many pebbles down there. Yeah, the old vent. Crazy the way it works. Bits of their own pipe and stuff. Yeah, it just shows the other half of the roof's probably similar, really dangerous. Yeah, these big chunks of cement, it's wild. Oh, I can see like air vents and stuff over there. We'll go for a walk around the other side. There is a dog barking at that house, but we'll just we'll go with the greatest respects, folks. Wow, this is scary almost. Did I touch any of that as you go in? Just free fall. Watch your head on this massive chunk too. Here we go then, folks. This is absolutely crazy adventures. And it is true, like that roof there will be just as thick. Maybe they took the interior walls out at the other side. Oh, look at this door. Wait a minute. Look at this door mechanism. What is it?
It's like almost the second way to get out if this was locked. Going through
Oh,
the wash
aye.
and out here, really.
So it is. Check this out though. This has got like some crazy mechanism here with a wire. Probably some crazy World War II technology. Oh, that's where the key operates at. So I don't know what the wire was doing there that I saw.
It's maybe electrified or something.
Could be. Look at the bottom one as well. Oh, okay, well that is, I think that's just literally the door seal hanging on it. Yeah, so that's a crazy lock mechanism, folks. Oh, there's been a fire in this end, look, it's all charred. So there we go, folks, more history documented, and let's move on around this premises and see what else it has to offer. This is so interesting, folks. Look at the little square hole up there. It's like a vent almost, but it leads to that cavity. And then look at the thickness of that air pipe at this side going to that next section. It's wild.
Quite a big section.
Aye. There's been so much going on here at one time. Look, there's another one of those lock mechanisms.
This is the inside door.
Oh aye, so it'll be a double lock. This will make so much noise walking on this tin. This is insane, folks. Check out, there's another one of those outlets. One of those vent outlets. And there's been rooms all the way down here. And that must have been a blast wall which surrounded this whole area. It's crazy. It is crazy also though, just to see the damage of something like this, the way it falls down. You can get an insight into the construction. And it's crazy the rebar's bent that much. It's been a whole like under the floor section. Right folks, there's horses around here, so we're now bailing out of this situation. We'll have to try and step over. We'll have to try and step back to where we were. That's what it's all about, folks. We wanted to document the history of that building, but now the horses have seen us, we're wanting to get out of the perimeter, because we always come with the greatest respect to landowners and stuff. Yeah, all those other wee buildings, it's been masked. And here we could almost go out of here and run to that pillbox. Yeah, we're now out with the perimeter of that field, folks. It was so worth going in there to document that though. We like the white tiles and the wee nuggets of history that's hidden within that building. So I've never ever seen that documented on YouTube and stuff, and it's cool to save the history. Yeah, there's just absolutely tons of little buildings and stuff around the side. We were thinking it'd be cool to go and try and record this pillbox over here. These seagulls are going mental up here. So this is an impressive site here, folks. You can see there's been at least 3 of these big aerial bases here. And that little sheds must be in relation to that. And there is another massive cement structure up there which is interesting. But obviously because of the horse situation we can't really be going in. See that mound in the ground there? That's actually a little air raid shelter. It's such a shame that we can't get in to have a proper look at it really. So look at this, folks. This is the next historical wonder on this adventure into World War II history. Oh aye, check this out. It's had either an anti-aircraft gun, a flat gun, or a searchlight or something. Again, with eyes to it, that would have been higher up at one time, I think. No way, folks. Let's get in here for a look. This is real history right here. Once again on the channel, folks, real adventures. And the first thing we'll look in this crazy pillbox is this here. Oh look, the original steps is still here leading up. And look under there, you can see how they've constructed it. But this must have had some sort of like searchlight on it, or an anti-aircraft. Sometimes they had flat guns and stuff, or even searchlights and stuff like that, folks. And check it out, they could have looked right around the whole perimeter of this place from up here. This is one of the first pillboxes I've ever seen with a thing like this in the middle of it. And I've never seen it in the flesh like this around here. But it must have been one of the main pillboxes on at this particular airfield. Look how narrow the wee door is. Probably that was so if it did get hit, the blast wouldn't just go right in there. So cool to see the way they made it with the steps carved into the cement. It's just about totally filled up with like that muddy sediment. And it just shows you how many years have passed. They don't have much cement on this outer wall, which is unusual. Yeah, that's so cool to see that, the actual remains of that pivot in the middle, the main mount. So that is crazy, folks. It's a strategic defensive position, and the only thing we've not been able to look at really is that air raid shelter, which is under that mound. It might even be caved in by the looks of it. But it is crazy to see this. It's a crazy unknown land, folks. And once again we're exploring something new that we've never been to before. And look, it's got asbestos inlay on the roof, and I saw that at the Lunan Bay bunkers. But they never had a cool central piece like this. It's strange the way these bricks are made. This is crazy, folks. Now look at the cutouts, the shape of them. It's designed to like deflect the bullets, so it's harder for you to get shot if you're defending.
This is a big one, like,
Yeah, it is a massive structure. Compared to some of the other tiny little pokey pillboxes, so like this one was, like these holes were probably used at one time to defend this gun position, which was in the centre of here. And then it would have been defending like kind of those massive aerials, and like that building that we saw would maybe be a main communications hub or something.
If that was a gun, then it would make sense it's being big to store all the ammo.
Yeah, they could have had ammo boxes and stuff around here. The other end of this airfield too, there's another similar bunker to this, which is near like Lure and the Whig Street area of Angus. And I think it was such a big airfield or like area they were using, that's literally like 2 or 3 miles away. And all this stuff's just hidden in between. And it's totally insane. You lose your bearings when you're inside a structure this shape. Wow, it's so cool. It's like there's been almost a wall or something down in here. You can see the slight remains of a line there. Yeah, it's been so cool. From here, when you come in the door, you wouldn't even know that there was kind of gun position in the middle there. But that's because if the blasts came in the door, they didn't obviously want all the doors lined up. But you can see in front of this main door, look, it's had this blast wall. It looks like it's been a fair wall at a certain time with a roof. And then you can see that it's just been a wee narrow opening there. Yeah, it's an interesting structure. It's cool just to take in the wee details and little things that you might otherwise miss. Sometimes I'm editing a video before I look back and say, oh, I should have had a closer look at that detail. Yeah, check it out, there is red brick here, but that could have come from anywhere on this site. Or it could have come from out here right enough, where they've used the red brick. And look, there's a hole here. Oh, here's remains, look. There's a mark as if there's been a door frame there. But then maybe that's just the way they've built the brick. Crazy, folks. Real history once again this week. Right, folks, we'll leave this crazy World War II structure in peace. Yeah, I've just noticed underneath the windows, the lookouts, they've got these 4 holes in the stone. It's like there's been something mounted on there. So there you go, folks, that was the last historical artefact that I noticed in there. There's definitely been something mounted in front of each lookout. What a cool adventure that's been, folks. Yeah, let's head on round, see what else we can find, folks. That's been an amazing adventure anyway. We've just come back over that fence into this grass field. And yeah, that's been some construction in its time. All these different buildings. I believe it's had like masts. It's maybe the communications end of what would have been like the airfield, which was like 2 miles long, I think. But yeah, this is obviously, it's like a spontaneous adventure often. Me and the channel DJ are out for a drive and we see something like, and you go into it and it's like travelling back into time. And being able to document all that, the way those tiles and stuff are even on the wall, it's so cool. Not many like World War II buildings we've been in are still like that inside. Even the original green paint was quite cool. But yeah, folks, I'll end this one here. Tune in again soon for the next adventure, where, well, I think we've got something cool lined up. But yeah, goodbye for me, goodbye for the channel DJ, and we'll catch you very soon for the next one.